I had gone, I guess, skipping over everything that happened. I've been on your show and tried to justify my career, and in the end, look, I'm happy where I went, and I got hurt. I hurt my ankle is what happened. I'm still really proud to have played for the Montreal Canadiens, but in that time I was in a dispute with them. So the first year, Montreal qualified me. They offered me good money, but I just wanted to get traded and have a chance to play in the show, so I played in St. John's in the Maple Leafs. The next year, that was in the American Hockey League still at least. The next season, I was still in a bit of a squabble. They started to say we're going to entertain trade ideas, but you can't play in the American Hockey League. So I went down to the West Coast Hockey League in Colorado. So anyway, I had a tough year there too. I got my arm skated over, but I bounced back in the summertime, and Dallas Stars offered me to go to camp. Now, right before I went to Dallas, I was playing ball hockey here with my buddies. And I went down and I hit my teeth off the ground, and I had, like, the best way I can describe it, my teeth looked like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. They were halfway cracked, the front two straight across. It looked stupid. But I was going to camp in a few weeks, so I was like, when I breathed in, it really hurt because the nerves were exposed. But I'm saying, like, I'm going to get it paid for there, just like Montreal. Like, if I did something, I'm like, I'll just get it paid for in Montreal. I'm a kid. I'm not thinking, though, that I'm not signed, right? Of course they're not going to pay for it. I was just thinking, like, oh, it's just a minor thing. So I waited, and I finally went to Dallas, and I had an orange mouthguard, too. It looked like I was sucking on an orange peel all the time. But again, I wanted to get it paid for, obviously. The ball hockey covered like $1,000 or something. That was it. So, and it was going to be more. So I went to Dallas, and I'm walking. I'm like, Doc, can you fix me up? Like, first day I'm there, like, I'm really hurting. And he looks at me, walks out, he comes back in, he goes, you're not signed with us? I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm not. Like, I didn't even think about that. I'm like, quickly, right? First round, easy, Montreal, everything's a layup, like, given to you. Now is my first experience with, oh, fuck, yeah, I guess I'm not signed. I got to still work for that. So camp goes okay, actually, but I ended up hurting myself. Darian Hatcher falls on my ankle and tears the ligaments. High ankle sprain is what it is, which is fucking bad news because you can kind of play through it, which I tried to do, but I fucked myself. But anyway, they're like, well, you're still not signed, but you're going to Boise. Well, can you fix my teeth? No. Boise was their double affiliate in the West Coast. So I'm like, can you fix my teeth? No. So I said, fuck, well, I know they're going to do it in Boise because at least I'm signed with Boise. So, but Boise's in another 3 weeks, when the coast starts. So I'm like, oh, fuck. I come home and get my shit, and I still sucking on this fucking orange peel looking mouth guard. And now we're going, like, we're over a month now. I wait another few weeks, whatever, I go to Boise. I walk in, and Kip Dribnack's the trainer. I say, Kip, boom, I need these fixed ASAP. The fucking nerves are exposed. I'm drinking, and most of my meals now are like soup, or I'm drinking milkshakes and stuff. I mean it. My fucking teeth are killing me, but it's like 10 grand, right? So, anyway, he says, you just told me the story. I said, I told you the fucking story. Just say I did it here then. He said, I can't do that. I said, well, for fuck's sakes. I said, what if I lose my teeth worse than this? What if I just happen to take a puck and I lose all my fucking teeth? What are you going to do then? He said, well, obviously then we'll fix them like normal, like it look good. So now the fucking wheels are turning in my head. I'm going, okay, first thing I'm thinking, I'm taking these out myself, you fuck. So, and not that he was I shouldn't say you fuck, that's kind of me being sarcastic, but Kip, yeah, you could have done me a favor and said that, I got a puck in the face. So anyway, the boys are sitting there, and I'm looking at Matt Oates and Bobby Stewart, and they're going, no, the motherfucker's going to go for it. Doing it for sure. I go, boys, I'm doing it for sure. So I come out. Now I got to wait, though. I'm like, if I do it tomorrow, it's going to be obvious. I'm going to do it in a couple weeks. So Matt Oates stands up and says, no fucking way. So he says, I say he doesn't do it. Bobby Stewart says, I know he's going to do it. So then the team was kind of split up, and there's money going back and forth. Now that there's money going, I'm definitely going to do it. Definitely going to do it. Boys are betting on me. Come on. So it's just, how drunk do I have to get to do it? So I wait like a couple weeks, and we have like a little bit of a get-together at one of the apartments. They put us up in a complex, communal pool, hot tub, all that. You know the way it is on the coast. Great situation, actually.
It's awesome.
The living arrangement in the coast is better than any league I've been in. So we go down by the pool. Jeremy Milmock, who now is running, I believe, hockey things at Notre Dame in Wilcox. Jeremy's our captain. He's got a kid there who's actually now in the WHL. He's got a little like Nerf hammer. So I take the little Nerf hammer and I say, I'm just going to chip my teeth out of my head. And I so underestimated this. It's incredible. Because I kind of tried to chip it away, and my whole head rocked. And the teeth were like the center of gravity was like right up into there was no way that these things were coming out with a Nerf hammer. It was going to be hard to get them out with like a boulder. I was like, but now there's money on it. So I'm like, I didn't think this out at all. Like, I didn't think it out. I thought it'd be way easier. So then I put the hammer away, and I've had 6 or 7 beers now at this point. The boys are there. I'm like, go give me a sledgehammer. Bobby Stewart's like, and he's egging me on. So he's got a sledgehammer like within minutes. Like, I'm sure he had a fucking gun in his back pocket. Or whatever he could do, he's going to make this happen. Whatever Terry asks for, he's going to get it. Because he's just wide-eyed going, this is going to happen. So I take the fucking sledgehammer in 2 hands. I bring it towards my face, but at the last minute I think about it, and I'm like, oh my God, I think of all the things that can happen that aren't good. And I close my mouth and I lay up, but it's going so fast, it hits me right here.
No.
So you see the scar I got here?
You got the bottom lip.
That's a sledge. Well, I just laid up. I pulled out for the last fucking second. But now that just made me more mad, but I got a split in my lip and I can put my tongue right through it.
Oh.
So there's blood going everywhere. At this point, and I'm up in my apartment complex at this point, but there's wives that found out about it and kids, and they're like taking them home, and like this guy's over the top. And I'm drunk. I'm just trying to have a good time and win the boys' money, but I look like fucking Freddy Krueger. I'm like, oh, Jesus. I say, fuck it. Give me that fucking sledgehammer. And I just did this. Boom, 1 knock, and I knocked out the whole fucking row. And I started bleeding like a stuck pig. It was just blood all over the bathroom.
Oh.
And now I'm thinking, and the boys are going, and Stewie knew right off the bat too, Bobby Stewart. He says, Stewie's right off the bat, he goes, and now you got to figure out how you're going to say you did that on the ice. I'm like, you just passed me the sledgehammer. You've been waiting here the whole time for me to do this. So, and that was true, though. So my face is mangled. And I'm like, I got to go into the rink, and have to ask that this didn't happen. So I swear to God, Biz, I put my hat down over my face, and I'm talking like this when I go in. And I get there real early. Me and Stewie, I said, you motherfucker, you'll come to the rink with me first. And we'll go on the ice and act like we're fucking out early, like, looking to improve our game or some shit. So, anyway, we get there.
Hey, that's the biggest joke of them all. Right?
Well, we were in the West Coast League at that point. I wasn't getting back up. And Kip's there. And anyway, so I'm like this, but I'm like, hey, Kip, how's everything going, buddy? And I'm having, how's the wife and kids? And like I'm talking. And I'm thinking the last thing these people are going to think is self-mutilation, right? Like, I did not do that. I'm like,
yeah.
So we're having that conversation. Then I'm yelling out at Stewie. And I'm like, Stewie, to get the fuck out on the ice. So we go out on the ice. And, like, when I get on the ice, I'm thinking all I got to do is, like, slip on a puck. We don't really have to do anything because it's just me and him out there. And Stewie wires one right up by my fucking melon. Boom, off the glass. I said enough of that anyway. I went down. I wear a Cooperall, like a girdle, like a tight, those old school things.
Sure.
So I just put the teeth that I'd lost inside those because they're stick to your body kind of thing. And then my face was raw enough that I just took my knuckle like that, my nail, and I went, and I just kind of yanked my teeth, and they just started leaking all over the place. I took my teeth, and I threw them over the ice next to the blood, and then I went off, and I went, Kip. And he goes, you unlucky motherfucker. I go, yeah, time to get the new teeth. $10,000 later, Biz. 10,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
$10,000. The only a few years later, this has taken such a beating that I can't. The route doesn't work like it's too.
Yeah, I got the same problem. I got a bridge
exactly.
right now, but
it is a good story, and the rest of them stayed in.